To do this program with your school, there's a few materials that you need. The first thing you'll need is a net. You can use a net like this, or you could go the cheaper route and just use an aquarium net that has a finer mesh. For our containers to collect our little critters, you're going to need a bigger container so you can use to collect them. And second, you will need an ice cube tray that you can then separate out your macroinvertebrates so you can get a closer look at them. To get an even closer look, you can even have a bug box that also has a microscope lens on it. If you don't have a bug box with a magnifying lens, just a normal separate magnifying lens will work out well. And finally, a spoon so you then can transfer your macroinvertebrates between each container. Now that you have all of your materials, let's go to the river and let's go mucking. Here are some helpful hints and techniques that will help you find the most amount of macroinvertebrates. Macroinvertebrates tend to live in the vegetation that is near the shoreline. They live, they hunt, and they eat in this vegetation. So that's where we're going to find them. They also live in the bottom of the river, right on the surface of the muddy part. So what you're going to do to muck is be by the vegetation or in the vegetation, put your net in. Nets are not shovels, so we're not going to scoop, we're going to swish. We're going to hit the vegetation, hit the bottom of the river, swish around, and see what our net has caught. Ooh, I see a few things. Remember that our macroinvertebrates are aquatic creatures, so when you are removing your macroinvertebrates from the net, make sure that your tub is full of water. So let's see what we got in my net. When you find a creature, they might be big or they might be small. If you find a creature like I have, you can flick it into your bucket. Don't grab your macroinvertebrates because some of our macroinvertebrates do bite. So use your fingertip to flick or use a spoon to flick it into your tub. What else do we have? See what I'm doing with our container? I'm looking really close to see any movement. And I find a critter, flick it in. And when you think you found everything, put your net back into the water, swish it around so it can be relatively clean for your next scoop into the river. Now that we have found some macroinvertebrates, let's go to shore to figure out what they are.